Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here just above 50.5 cents. It was a green day for XRP, but no real price movement. If we zoom out, we're still in between 50 and 55 cents. But I do believe we are going to break out from here. It's just a matter of time. And a lot of people are now doubting that we're going to have an alt season for XRP. So will XRP miss out on this bull run? XRP Army shares compelling opinions. So 60.5% believe XRP will participate in the bull run. And it stems from a couple different factors. They talk about Bitcoin's performance with its new all-time high that already happened this year. Then they go on to talk about the Ripple versus SEC case. But I think we're going to see an alt season for two different reasons. Number one, we got legal clarity for XRP. We didn't have that back in 2021. People were still in doubt on how it was going to turn out for XRP, but now we know XRP is not a security. Also, look at all the growth that has happened since then. Look, Ripple evolved into a global company because of the SEC. And when it comes to the Ripple versus SEC case, that could end at any moment. It's now in the judge's hands. Remember what happened last time it was in the judge's hands? People were saying, we're going to be waiting 2 and 3 months just for the judge to make a decision. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we got legal clarity for XRP. I think the same thing is going to happen with the Ripple versus SEC case. All of a sudden, it's just going to come to a complete end, and the judge is going to make a final decision. But we definitely are going to see an alt season, in my opinion. Now take a listen to what Brad says here about XRP flipping Ethereum after the SEC case ends.
I think that the market will be over 5 trillion by the end of this year, which is a double from where we are now. How that applies to Bitcoin versus XRP. I mean, like, people forget, before the SEC got involved and said that ETH is not a security, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset.
Wow, that wasn't that long ago.
That wasn't long ago.
What, 3-4 years?
It was 2018 when Hinman gave his speech. So 6 years, a little less than 6 years ago. Yeah, five years in.
So think about that. Once the Ripple versus SEC case ends, XRP could flip Ethereum once again and become the number 2 cryptocurrency. And if you give it some time, I think eventually XRP will also flip Bitcoin. It's just a matter of time. And wait until utility kicks in. Okay, you have my attention. Here are 4 events that could take XRP to $59,873. It's a very specific number. This comes from King XRP. XRP holders, keep these prices on your charts. So he says, number 1, $18.57. Very specific number once again. Announcement of settlement. I could actually see that happening, especially after what Brad just said about flipping Ethereum. Then he goes on to say number 2, $257.21. Bank partnerships and integration. Also, Ripple stealing more business away from Swift. That would definitely get us to 3 digits. Then he goes on to talk about the Ripple IPO, which I never really put any value on that because we don't know how that would even factor into the price of XRP yet. That's one of those we have to wait and see what happens price points. Then he says $59,873.18 global CBDC integration. Again, we'll have to wait and see what happens. The first 2, though, I could see definitely playing out. But even the last one isn't that far off if you look at this right here. Now they're saying that we approach XRP with more of a utility token framework. They're also talking about total global cross-border payments reaching $230 trillion in 2028. That's a very high number. That could bring a lot of value to XRP. Ripple to capture 80% of the $230 trillion cross-border payment market. Again, I think we are going to capture a very good percentage of that. Is it going to be 80%? We don't really know yet. Plus, you got to look at this right here. Ripple has over 500 plus payments partners and clients that are hooked in and ready to fully utilize the network on demand. An even more staggering amount are connected through the likes of Neum and Tranglo, etc. Like I always told you, there's rails that are put in place directly through Ripple. But look beyond that. Look at all the rails that Neum is putting in place and Tranglo as well. And there's other partners of Ripple always building out and putting even more rails in place, forming a massive, massive network. So, we can't really rule out any price point for XRP if you look at it the right way. This comes from ISO GOAT. Whether you believe it is true or you believe it is fake, whether you want to accept it or you want to deny it, tokenization is here. Tokenization is going to bring trillions of dollars, and it's going to be spread out among these utility cryptocurrencies. Some's going to end up on Stellar. Some's going to end up on Hedera. I think Ripple is going to capture a good percentage as well. And what are we waiting on yet? Regulations around tokenization. Obstacles stand in the way of widespread adoption. One of those is in the form of regulation. But regulations we know are also coming this year. Look what's going on with MiCA. And I think the US will most likely have regulations put in place this year as well. Once that happens, right now, tokenization is happening on a very small scale. Wait until it's happening in the trillions of dollars. Here's David Schwartz. He says that banks really don't care about payments. They're focused on tokenization as well. Take a listen.
Market, something like $10 trillion by 2030. And, the increases in tokenization. In the early days of Ripple, another thing I learned talking to banks is that a lot of banks don't care about payments. And they're looking at things like digital asset insurance. They're looking at tokenized commodities like gold. So I think those are tokenized securities. HSBC is extremely interested in those types of.
I think what the banks are interested in is real-time payments. And that's not their main focus, though. I think they see more value in tokenization. And that will also lead to the rise of custody at the same time. And that's why Medico is so important. Because you're out there tokenizing all these assets, you're going to need a place to store it. And Medico will be that place. It's going to bring a lot of value really fast to the XRP ledger through tokenization. And then picture XRP working as a bridge currency, moving all of that value on a daily basis. That's why I don't rule anything out when it comes to XRP. Because as a bridge currency, XRP, the sky is the limit. Even people looking at previous cycles and market caps are going to be shocked when trillions of value comes pouring onto these networks. And it's not just going to be XRP, it's going to be XLM and HBAR and QNT and XDC. It's going to be a fantastic time ahead. And we are so close to this happening already. This is not years and years away. But what's going to happen is it's going to start out, and I believe it's going to start at the second half of this year through regulations. And we're going to see tokenization pick up. And all of a sudden, we're going to start to see a little bit of value come from that. Utility's going to start to kick in. But this is not going to be a one and done deal. This is something that's going to bring value year over year, pushing the price higher and higher on these cryptocurrencies. That's what I see playing out. Zonic, Inc., and Ripple have partnered to bring multi-asset tokenization on the XRP ledger. Take a listen to what Zonic says here.
Zonix is predominantly a tech infrastructure platform, a company based out of Silicon Valley. We are based out of Menlo Park, and we've been in this space since 2017. Just to simplify things, we actually help institutions to actually put their assets on chain and use the entire TALM, which is Tokenization Asset Lifecycle Management flow with Zonix, that in 48 hours you can literally put your assets on chain.
So within 48 hours, you can move that value on chain. Now think about how fast that's going to be happening over time as more and more big financial institutions get involved. That's why I'm always excited about XRP. That's why I'm always so positive about XRP as well. Is Bermuda enticing Ripple and other US fintech companies with legal clarity on stablecoins? You know, right now, all the talk on X is about Ripple's stablecoin. Some people call it the XRP killer. Other people are saying they're going to start focusing more on the stablecoin than they do XRP. Listen, Brad did not get XRP tattooed on his arm for no reason. And XRP has always been at the heart of everything that Ripple does. The stablecoin opens the doors. All the banks will easily open their doors to stablecoins because there's going to be regulations around stablecoins. It's coming even here in the United States this year. And that all of a sudden, then Ripple says, well, we also have the secret sauce, XRP, with that on-demand liquidity and the ability to bridge anything of value. And that's how I picture this playing out. The stablecoin will open the door for Ripple and open the door for XRP as well. And that's why I always told you, look at what Rosie Rios said. She said, the train has left the station. She was not talking about the price of XRP. What she was telling you is everything is already in motion. We are just waiting for it all to happen. And we are so close now. We get daily announcements of new payment rails from this country to that country. And 9 out of 10 times, it's Ripple. And if it's not Ripple directly, it's a partner of Ripple. It shows you where this cryptocurrency is going. Right now, this does not even look like the price of what XRP should actually be. In my honest opinion, right now, XRP should easily be a $5 plus cryptocurrency. But it's so undervalued. And it's not just XRP. It's all of these ISO cryptocurrencies. We're waiting for the same thing to happen around them. Look at XDC. What are we waiting for? Digital trade. Look at XLM. What are we waiting for? All the rails to be put in place so nobody is left behind when it comes to the new financial system. They're banking the unbanked. Look what's going on with Hedera. Again, HBAR, very undervalued. What are we waiting on? Same thing we're waiting on with all these other cryptocurrencies. Algo's no different. IOTA's no different. Casper, Nexera, even QNT. You look at it, it's over $100 and you're like, wow, it's so expensive. It's really not. It's very cheap. I always said QNT is my Bitcoin because I could buy a handful of QNT at rock bottom prices. When you're buying QNT, it's like buying Bitcoin at $100. That's the way I look at it. But at some point we are going to break out, and you better be holding XRP when it happens. And until it does all happen, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.